What's up, everybody? Blake the Scholar of Magic, and I'm just gonna rip into this next box. We had an awesome result from our first run through, so we're back at it. And from the first box, we got these beautiful cards here, fantastic. And so we're just gonna run it back and hopefully get like a Ristic Study would be fantastic. I can slot that right into my Anowon deck. Just a lot of cool like art treatments for like, you know, maybe some pre-existing staple-y cards that are very common and powerful in most formats. So we'll just rip right into this and kind of get started. We've got 30 play boosters to get through. And we'll try to organize it this time a little bit. So, of course, you get your commons in the front. You get about 4 or 5 uncommons here. Sometimes in between you'll get the Through the Ages, which was that Sephiroth. This was a beautiful card that is actually an Atraxa from, I believe that could have been from, Phyrexian All Will Be One. And it's just a beautiful Sephiroth treatment there. Fantastic. About $40 card as the current sales on TCG Player. So definitely some value to be had. I'd love to see it, guys. And a beautiful Lightning, Army of One, fantastic. Just a really nice card there, a mythic to start it off. We just love to see it. Lightning, Army of One is 1 generic, 1 red, 1 plains, legendary creature, human soldier, first strike, trample, lifelink. Whenever lightning deals combat damage to a player until your next turn, if a source would deal damage to that player or a permanent that player controls, it deals double that damage instead. Fantastic. We love that. A little doubling of damage. Beautiful mythic there. Just kind of put it right there to the side. How about the corner there? Put rares here. Garnet, Princess of Alexandria. Kind of an interesting little 1/1 counter creature there. And we'll keep on rolling through. We'll put the uncommons here. But yeah, I just had to get right into this again. My birthday is tomorrow, so yeah, I'll be 39 years old. Crazy. Wall of Omens is our first Through the Ages card. Very, very commonly played card. It will draw a card upon entering the battlefield, 0/4 wall. Fantastic. Good for your big booty decks. And we'll put these right here, the Through the Ages and the rares. Put them right there. Sandworm. Lindblom, I've been getting this a little bit here and there. This is just a nice land that can have a spell side and then a land side, so we love that. Lots of value. Dwarven Castleguard and our dual land there. Hero token, bird token, fantastic. So we can kind of gauge the mythic count. Obviously getting one off the rip is really nice. Getting a Through the Ages card, you know, fairly fast is also good. I love Summon Chocomog, probably one of the better commons in the set. But overall, just a really solid. A Mizzet's Mastery, that's fantastic. I love that, guys. Very playable card. Very nice little action for your graveyard decks. You just get into an instant or sorcery like immediately. Definitely a part of a couple combo pieces, there's no doubt. So we'll take that. That's a rare. And we love that. Triple Triad, I've gotten this before, kind of a fairly common rare. Powerful in certain circumstances, definitely kind of intriguing for like maybe your Omnath, Locust of All decks, the decks that love like 3 or more colored pips, like such as this. It's interesting. And Choco Comet, so there we go. So I'd say a pretty strong start. We want to definitely kind of maximize those Through the Ages cards. There's Nyxbloom Ancients, for instance. So we'll definitely have a chance at a few mythics probably. And we'd love to see some mythics of those for sure. Okay. Here's Rydia. Rydia is very good, actually. Very solid. Got something, full art showcase coming up in the rare slot. So hopefully that's something. But yeah, very good at building the graveyard. Basically, yeah, it just triggers each time a land comes. You basically get to loot. That's fantastic. And then you can return an enchantment by mana sinking into it. Very good uncommon, really. Here's Eject. This spell can't be countered. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Draw a card. And what do we got here? Oh, it's just the full art uncommon. How crazy is that? That's just an uncommon. It kind of like gives you Ikoria vibes, huh? Definitely. And yeah, that's kind of a nasty looking thing, isn't it? An 8/8 for 7 mana. When Omega enters, for each opponent, tap up to 1 target non-land permanent that opponent controls. Put X stun counters on each of those permanents, and you gain X life, where X is the number of non-basic lands you control. Interesting card. And then we got a rare, Sarah Farron. She's very interesting. She like lets all your legendary creatures cost 2 less to cast the very next turn. Very interesting card. At the beginning of combat in your turn, if you control 2 or more other legendary creatures, you may transform Sarah. The first legendary spell you cast each turn costs 2 less to cast, always. That's fantastic. Legendary creatures you get control get 2/2. And that's an artifact. So she turns into an artifact. That's really weird. Cool card. Summon the Fat Chocobo. And then a full art plains. Fantastic. Of course, I got very lucky so far. I pulled the Buster Sword, pulled the Traveling Chocobo, so kind of free rolling at this point. I'd love to get a Vivi. I would love to maybe get some more treatments, some nice treatments of cards through the ages would be fantastic. A couple more of those. Oh, perfect. I do need this for my Tom Bombadil deck, so would definitely be slapping in a Primal Odin to my Tom Bombadil. What makes these really interesting is they're actually considered creatures, so you can like reanimate them with the cards basically like reanimate, animate dead, persist. These just like are just juiced up, so it kind of adds another dimension to that deck, which is really insane actually. So we'd love to see it. I'll actually just put it here with the lightning because it's just like that sick for me. Wizard Bird token, and on to the next one here. Yeah, I think a lot of people are pretty excited about this set. I've just kind of noticed in the comments, like people are just kind of noticing particular cards and they're seeing how like good they are for, particular cards that already are established. This looks like another Through the Ages. Deadly Dispute, I love that because I just have so many cards with Deadly Dispute already. So that's a fantastic hit for me. So I'll just go ahead and kind of slam this one on the top there. I love that. Diamond Weapon, crazy uncommon. Ether, and Ninja Blades. Yeah, that's a fairly common rare. Okay, so there's our rare. And yeah, so I think overall, Vivi would be pretty cool. Sephiroth would actually probably be the biggest hit for me. Just like a regular Sephiroth would be a big deal. And we'll definitely be slow rolling all the Through the Ages cards, kind of, because if I see them coming up, oh, there's a Sid. Those are valuable. So we'll put that one up here. Here's a rare. Looks like we're probably gonna get a couple rares in this particular instance. What does this one do? This is a saga as well. Surveil 1 on the first chapter. Double. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. It's also a creature itself. When you next cast an instant or sorcery spell this turn, copy it twice. That's pretty crazy. It's a lot of copying, Mr. GF Cerberus. Okay, and then just an art card here in the back. Okay, very well. Pretty cool. I did get the Sid out. There's Lot Cole. Overall, lots of Through the Ages cards so far. Just kind of excited about the saga. I would also like to get to Bahamut. My Ruby is acting like a Bahamut right now. She sees an umbrella outside and she's like, "What's that, Daddy?" Also, happy Father's Day to everybody. Fantastic if you are a dad. Summon Esperama. This creature deals damage equal to the number of non-creature, non-land cards in your graveyard to target creature. An opponent's you control. Wizard control, you get 1 hotel on turn, 3/3. Zach Fair. Clash of the Econs. This looks like some sort of, heavy green pile here. Is this another green card? It is. It is a rare. What is it? It says Chocobo. It's a Saz. Yeah, this guy's kind of he doubles the counters on himself on a target creature, so that's interesting. He's interesting enough, I guess. Dion too. Okay, just makes like all your knights flying. Kind of interesting, right? Also creates this token. And this little signature doober. Well, we started off really hot with that lightning, so I still believe we're going to be getting some juice here. But it would be hard to, okay, so it kind of, I think this is counterspell here from the border, I can tell. Yeah. Counterspell, that's a fairly common Through the Ages card. Choco Comet, the Masamune. I haven't gotten this one yet. Let's see what this one does. As long as a creature is attacking, it has first strike and must be blocked. This is the doubling of dying triggers. Very interesting card. I did get this, but in a different art before. All right, so we have one more pack of this first little level here. It can all change, guys, just like that. You could get a VV, you could get a Ristic Study, you can get it all in one pack. We saw that happen on Wildcat MTG today in the box battle. That was crazy. What's this? It's an uncommon Through the Ages. So no shortage of Through the Ages cards. We're just not hitting like rares. We're hitting lots of uncommons in that slot. The Deadly Dispute was super sick. There's a Laboratory Maniac. Summon Anima. Vanille. Lindblom in a nice little treatment there. I like this card. It's cool. Put this here. I say we just get all the Through the Ages because I'm getting so many. We just kind of track those ones up. Mizzet's Mastery, fantastic. Dang. Just put the uncommons over here. Put the rares over here and the SIDS. All right, here we go. Also, some other cards that I've kind of seen surprisingly through the Ages is Ragavan. You can pull Ragavans in that slot. Like I said, a Nyxbloom Ancient. You can get Primeval Titan. There's some real sweet ones for sure. So there's a Shaz Chocobo. What a fantastic little guy there. I'll put him to the side. I want to kind of collect those ones. And I did play the jump-in event. It was fun. Esper Origins. I want to read this card for you guys because I think it's really interesting. So Surveil 2, you gain 2 life. If the spell was cast from a graveyard, exile it, then put on the battlefield, transform under its owner's control with a finality counter on it. So then you have to pay 4. Like I said, but if you just have them in your graveyard, there's just going to be basically a 4-mana card. And it's always nice to get value from your graveyard. Reveal the top card of your library. If it's a permanent card, put it into your hand. Very well. It's a 4/4 as well. On chapter 2, add 2 green. Basically, I'm seeing this in a lot of Delirium decks, like Gruul Delirium. And then that chapter 3 is really, really brutal. It's like GG, right? Other creatures you control get 2/2 and gain trample until end of turn. So like an aggro deck with 20 life, that's kind of just ending the game. So that's a pretty fantastic card. Quinoa Coup Gourmet. And that's a little dual land here. The thing about Magic, guys, is like the fatigue though, like, certain cards like kind of get more showcased more often than not because they just have like pre-established synergies. There's so many cards that are probably mostly good. It's just really up to you to kind of like, read through them, maybe have the time and, be engaged with other people, like on your Discords and such, just so you can like, kind of catch on to cards and maybe the ones that you didn't like see it the first time. This is an amazing card, I can just already tell. Is this a Timia or what's her name? It's a big hit. Yeah, it's Timna. It's Timna the Weaver. Wow, that's fantastic, guys. That's a massive. And that's actually just a rare rarity, but that's just a massive hit. That card has some serious value, so we'll put it in the serious value action over there. Definitely like competitive commander for that. And this is an Arcand and a nice foily mountain. Okay, we are going, guys. Blitzball. Yeah, the Through the Ages. This set kind of reminds me of Strixhaven, if you guys ever, were participating in Magic. Like where it just has these really cool cards from Magic's past. And they're just really solid, like really solid and valuable. So it's kind of interesting. Like, man, I'd love to get a little VV action. That'd be so cool. So maybe we can slow roll this one. What is it? It's a rare 6/6. Gilgamesh. People have been playing with Gilgamesh, trying them out. 6/6 Human Samurai. Whenever Gilgamesh enters or attacks, look at the top 6 cards of your library. You may put any number of equipment cards from among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. When you put one or more equipment on the battlefield this way, you may attach one of them to a samurai you control. It's fantastic. Yeah, that's a lot of cool value there. It's like 6 deep is pretty freaking good, and you just can slot one of them right onto your samurai. It could be itself right as well. So that's a cool rare. Kind of expensive, of course, but that is what it is. There's a couple cards like that where just, Cornered by Black Mages. I feel like this is a really interesting one, at least in 1v1. Like, I kind of want to play around with this deck, this card, like in standard to a degree, with some nice budget stuff, and do some cool mages. Yeah, I just like the idea of making these 0/1 mages, and you can just like ping your opponents with it by casting non-creature spells. I think it's really cool. Judge Magister Gabrith. Side quest, catch a fish. Okay, we got some action here. There's always some sort of borderless treatment of some sort here. What's that? Oh, this is the one, a Realm Reborn. I was like, I'm wondering why I haven't pulled that card yet. I feel it'd probably be kind of gettable. Other permanents you control have add 1 mana of any color. Oof. That's a nasty. Other permanents in general. Jeez. Crazy card. Put that over here. And then a Sephiroth token there. Sephiroth art card. So far from the 2 boxes, it seems that, I did get a Traveling Chocobo, but the characters seem to be kind of more maybe difficult to get a hold of. Mythic characters. Just from my experience so far. Ultimacia. The Wind Crystal. Okay, we pulled that. Gullah Cat and Swamp. And I would say there's like a lot going on in these packs as well. Like, especially with all the different art varieties. The Through the Ages cards are just so good. Ring of Lucille, Shenandoah. Mages is in a jump-in event if you want to try to get some... I have seen this one, and I've gotten it before too. So I think this is a pretty gettable mythic, the Aether and Prywin. There's another sword in here, the Ultima sword. That one's a little more hard to get, I think. That's a cool little Moog. King Mog. Cool. There's a mythic there. Chocomog. Syncopate. kind of went a little, kind of slowed down on our, okay, little vehicles. There were some interesting vehicle cards in this deck. Let's see this one. I know this one like basically will fetch a land, right? Whenever the Regalia attacks, reveal cards from the top of your library, and you reveal a land card, put that card on the battlefield tapped, and the rest on the bottom of your library in random order. Honestly, not that bad. Crew 1, haste, pretty chill. I don't know if it makes the cut for Greasefang, but my Greasefang commander deck, but it's okay. And Vincent Valentine is kind of an interesting one, guys. Read this one very carefully because whenever a creature an opponent control dies, put a number of 1/1 counters on Vincent Valentine equal to that creature's power. So if you take down a pretty big creature, this thing is going to scale up real quick. And then it has like this lifelink side here where it transforms. So you just have to attack with it, right? And then it transforms into this thing, the Galleon Beast. And it has trample lifelink. When the Galleon Beast dies, returns to the battlefield tapped. Why does it do that? That's a really cool card. I like that one. Pretty nasty one for, you know, susceptible, true, but cool, very cool. Yeah, you can get Vincent Valentine in the Merciless Jump-In event on Arena. You can also get Sephiroth in there too, if you want to check out that video I did. I kind of was hunting around for the different kind of chase cards and kind of logging where you can get particular cards or not. I'm going to put the side quest to the side. I just feel it's fantastic. And then we have the Fire Crystal here as our rare. Islands. So basically that Tinna is really kind of holding us down here. And we got about 12 packs to go, a little less than a third, or a little more than a third. Iron Giant, Ultras, Dragoon's Lands, Colosseum Behemoth, Summon GEF Ifrit. Let's see what we got going on. It's a rare 7/7. Green card, what is that? Ooh, this is great for my Tom Bombadil deck, guys. Another creature, a Saga Giant, Summon Titan. That's going to build the graveyard up. What a fantastic card. You guys got to love it, right? 7/7 mill 5 cards. Then it has this like Loomer effect. Return all land cards from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Just absolute insanity. Until end of turn, another target creature you control gains trample and gets XX, where X is the number of lands you control. What a badass. Let's go. All right, so we're getting the cards that I kind of need. I would love a Bahamut. The 9-mana Saga would be absolutely fantastic, guys. We got a Through the Ages card, I think, coming up, but maybe not. It's an uncommon. It's the Sir Conrad. There he is. Fantastic. Love to see it. Buster Sword. It's a rare. Looks like a creature of some sort. I like that little gem there. It looks nice. Choco! Choco, the Seeker of Paradise. Choco's super solid, guys. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely loves to see some birds get in there. You get to kind of, you know, do a little kind of mini tutoring because, you know, depending on how many birds are attacking, then you can like just dump your lands out from your hand too. Very interesting card. Let me see, this is going to go here. Yeah, these are all the cards that I like here so far. Nothing really showing up in this rare slot or the, you know, hollow slot. I haven't gotten any too much juicy stuff there yet. All right, one more to go. Remember to leave a comment in the video, guys. I'd appreciate it very much. Hope you can get your hands on a box or two and just kind of just let loose, man. Yeah, the collector boxes are just not in my wheelhouse, just yeah, they're kind of something, aren't they, guys? The Lunar Whale is like a reality chip on a vehicle, kind of interesting. Magic Damper. It's a legendary artifact too. I wouldn't mind building a deck, like a cool, fun deck on this, actually. It seems like very artifact synergistic, and it's kind of a cool card in general. It would be really interesting to have a vehicle as your commander too. That's really interesting. Can you have a vehicle as your commander? I'm not sure. Someone will have to let me know. I don't think you could. I don't think that could be your commander. I think it has to be a creature. Ride the Shupa from father to son. Ay, and another traveling chocobo. Yeah. This actually is cool too. This is like a nice tutor for the Greasevein deck. You just get to fetch a vehicle right into your hand. It's fantastic. And you know what's crazy about Greasevein is there's a lot of vehicles now that cycle themselves. So yeah, as long as you put like a vehicle card in your hand, you can just cycle it out, have it self-cycle out, and then you'll be like ready to go. So this is a fantastic one. I love that. And then of course the traveling chocobo is just a monster, right? And now I have two. So lucky. Okay, so kind of like getting some juice here. I mean, I'm having a good time. Let's see here, we'll just move these kind of up. But yeah, this thing will let you play lands off the top of your deck. It will let you play birds off the top of deck, and it'll double your landfall triggers. It's really busted. You cannot let it live. Well, I mean, if we get like 2 more mythics and they're solid, like we're gonna be just as good on par as our last box, So we have about 8 chances here. Let's get that Sephiroth, guys, or a Vivi. Let's do it, man. Cloud would be great. Roofish. It's a rare. Kuja, I've got Kuja before. Kuja. On the horizon, we have a couple commander decks. We're going to be doing a feature on the Balrog, and then we're going to be doing probably the Ninja Turtle deck. Tycho, the Patient Avalanche. Seeing that we're getting all these sweet like artifacts, Tifa, I wouldn't mind getting a Tifa either. Kind of have to go a little bit slower on these because you might miss like a Through the Ages card. You definitely don't want to do that. Here's a side quest. Let's see what we got here. Okay. This is kind of a want, just like kind of like an Elvish Piper on an equipment, which is actually kind of interesting, I'll say. Ice Magic. But it ain't no Tifa, is it? All right, Ristic Study. Come on, baby. What you got? What you got? Zidane, Sleep Magic, Side Quest. Gotta put these over here. It is a rare crystal. Oh, I haven't gotten this one yet. Black spells you cost 1 less to cast if a non-token creature an opponent control would die. Instead, exile it and you gain 2 life. Kind of an interesting one, I'll say. Probably definitely someone loves this card. Someone out there. Your mono black hater decks, of course. Haters. I could be a hater. I could do it. But I don't usually try. All right. What else are we going to get? Any more mythics? Any more action, guys? There's our rare Genova. I have gotten her. She puts counters based on her power on other things, and it draws some decent amount of cards. There's a Titus. And a Sephiroth, One-Winged Angel with a Robot Warrior. Overall, I would say the box is pretty decent. Not as good as our first one, and I don't know if, there'd be much to really get there. But a Bahamut would really kind of make me very happy. So let's focus on that and see what happens. Side quest, catch a fish. It's a mythic. It's this, this is the Azorius one, right? Absolute Virtue. Yeah, not bad. The spell can't be countered flying. You have protection from each of your opponents. What? Oh, dear heavens. You can't be dealt damage, enchanted, or targeted by anything controlled by your opponents. Oh, dear. I just don't know. I just don't know what to say about that card. It just sounds insane. It's a Mondo Calrissian if I've seen one. Okay, we're on the 4-5 mythic train. So Through the Ages kind of beefed us up. Looks like we got a little pink card coming up. I think that could be a Through the Ages, but we don't know which one. Could be sick. I mean, there's so many different variations. Is it a mythic? It is. Oh man, what is it, guys? It's got to be good. It's got to be really good, right? It's a mythic Through the Ages. What is it? Huh. Oh, it's Gix, right? That's fucking sick, guys. Sorry for my language. But that's just sick. I mean, that goes into my Anowon deck. I've basically been Anowoned out. I just need the Ristic study now, and I'm like good to go. I'm going to be drawing so many cards. It's going to be crazy. Wow, a Gix. That's so sick. The Shadow Lord. Amazing. This card used to be like a $20 card. I don't know if it dipped or not, but it's fantastic. And we got more action here. Let's see, is this our rare? It's like a borderless treatment. It's just the common here. This is the summon Shokumon, but in nice art. I love that. Here's a rare. It's an adventure. The town. Ishgar, the Holy Sea. Faith and Grief, Sorcery Adventure. Return up to 2 target artifact and or enchantments cards from your graveyard to your hand. That's some nice gas. And this land enters tapped. I think that's beautiful for like, like a Myrel deck or something that has like maybe not the best time, like generating card value sometimes. I kind of love that actually. All right, beautiful. We are going to place that over here. And there's our foil and land and cloud. Alrighty, guys. Pretty happy about the Through the Ages slot, I'll have to say. Pulled some serious gasoline. Lots of different variations. Maybe we can get one more would be fantastic. It's kind of nice because you can kind of always see it kind of spoiled there because the border is so much different than the others. X Death. It's a rare, unfortunately, but those are the colors we want to see for VV, huh? Tella, the Great Sage. This one actually will produce some tokens, yeah. Kind of an interesting guy, for sure. There's X Death. And that'll be it. All right, last pack magic. You know it's always the best is your last pack. It could be a Cavern of Souls, I've done that before. Wouldn't be in this set, but you never know what we're going to get. Samurai's Katana, Restoration Magic, Titus. Okay, let's hopefully get a mythic. Reveal the mythic symbol. It's a rare. Might be all right. Golbez. I did pull this one already in like an alternate art. Are we going to get a double up? We did. We got a double up. Hope Esteem. I did not get this card yet. And lifelink, at the beginning of your end step, each opponent mills X cards, where X is the amount of life you gain this turn. Oh, dear heavens. That's all we need is life gain mill. Oh, geez. Some sort of Bant life gain deck. All right, guys, that's it. I'd say, like, here's, like, the sweetness here. I have to say. And some beautiful cards, some upgraded arts. You know, I get to rock these in my decks, so that's fantastic. Not bad, guys. Not bad. Summon Titan. Yeah, we got some new summon creatures that are just fantastic. There's the Tinma. That's definitely like the card. We'll do a little kind of screenshot of that one. Yeah, it's beautiful. Absolute Virtue from Father of the Sun. Vincent Valentine, Aether and Prime. This one's pretty gettable. I've gotten it twice now. It's still fine. That's like just a one-shotter with my Tycho deck, so I think it's worth a shot. Primal Odin. Yep, this is fine. Lightning Army of One, fantastic. There's Sir Conrad. Here, these are all the other Through the Ages that might not have been some uncommons, but mostly uncommons. There's a few rares like Mizzet's Mastery, Deadly Dispute, fantastic. Counterspell again, and Laboratory Maniac. Well, thanks, guys. I appreciate you. I hope you have happy hunting with your Final Fantasy boxes. Good luck. Bye-bye.